thinking of what to prepare this Christmas? Think no more. In this video, I'll show you all how I made a delicious beef coconut fried rice, which is perfect for Christmas. Merry Christmas everyone and welcome back to my channel. Sure, we are all doing great. Please, if you are new to this channel, kindly click the subscribe button down below so you can be instantly notified whenever we upload new videos. Please do ensure you like, share and leave me a comment after watching this video. The full ingredients I used will be at the description box, so please do ensure you check it out. My choice of protein for this recipe is beef. I've washed it already. I then carefully cut it into smaller size this way, after which I transferred it into the pot. I then season it up with some diced onion, seasoning cube, some curry powder, thyme, garlic powder, salt and some Scotch bonnet pepper. I then mix everything completely well, then covered and allowed to steam up on medium heat. After about 10 minutes, the meat has released its juice. I then added little water to it, then covered and allowed to cook properly. Next, I went ahead to crack the coconut I'll be using. This was literally the first time I was cracking coconut without spilling out the water. Coconut water is actually very healthy to consume. I further used the knife edge to remove the remaining coconut from the shell, after which I rinsed it to get rid of some particles. Usually I love to grate my coconuts for easy blending, but you can choose to cut it into smaller chunks. After grating, I transferred it into the blender. I then added some warm water to it, then covered and allowed to blend properly. After about 25 minutes, I checked on the beef and I realized it's fully cooked. I then removed it off from the heat. In another pot, I transferred the rice I used. I then added enough water to it, then covered and allowed to cook. Alright, back to our coconut. After blending, I strained the coconut puree through a fine sieve to get the coconut milk. You can also use a cheesecloth as well. After about 7 minutes, I checked on the rice and I realized it's boiling already. I then took it off from the heat, then washed it. All I wanted was to parboil the rice. Next, I transferred the rice into the pot. I then seasoned it up with some onion ring, enough of it, some curry powder, thyme, seasoning cube, garlic powder, red and yellow Scotch bonnet pepper. I also added Napa Valley fried rice spice to give it a little green shiny color and some salt to taste. I also transferred the coconut milk I made earlier on and some beef stock to it. Then mix everything together. I also added little water to it so we could have enough liquid to cook the rice. Guys, just adjust water level according to the kind of rice you are using. I used long grain rice. I'll just cover and allow everything to simmer on medium heat. While the rice cooks, I went ahead to cut the vegetables I used. I cut some fresh green peas. It's actually rich in vitamins, dietary fiber and protein. I also cut some green bell pepper. It's a good source for vitamin C and fiber. For the carrot, I cleaned it up using the kitchen peeler before cutting. The carrot is another vegetable that is rich in vitamin C. Alright, after about 15 minutes, I checked on the rice and I noticed that there's still little water in it. I then allowed it to cook further, and after about 20 minutes in total, the rice was fully cooked. I then took it off from the heat. In a pan, I heated up some vegetable oil. I then transferred all the meat inside, then fried till golden brown. Next, in the same oil, I added some diced onion, then sauteed till fragrant. I also added some Scotch bonnet pepper, after which I transferred all the carrots. The reason why I transferred the carrots first is just to reduce the crunchy nature. After about 2 minutes of frying, I added all the green vegetables. I used some green beans, fresh peas and green bell pepper. This is actually a perfect moment to adjust seasoning according to your taste. If you taste your rice and you realize it needs maybe a little salt or probably seasoning cube, you can add it to the vegetables right now and fry everything together. After about 2 extra minutes of frying the vegetables, I took it off from the heat in order to retain the nutrients and color. Next, I transferred the vegetables into the rice, then mix everything completely well. For extra crunch, I also added some cabbage and the beef I fried earlier on. Then mix everything together. Guys, just look at this. This rice is actually looking so yummy and it's ready to be served. But just before I serve, let me show you all how I made my coleslaw. In a mixing bowl, I added some cabbage, carrots and cucumber. I then topped it up with some mayonnaise. Then mix properly. This is actually perfect for any meal. And guys, our beef coconut rice is ready to be served. I served mine using a little coleslaw and some fried plantain as well. Guys, what do you think about this recipe? Let me know in the comment section. I love the blend of taste I got, the flavor of the coconut and fried rice, lots of vegetables on the beef as well. Try and recreate this recipe this Christmas. I'm sure you will love the outcome. Thank you very much for watching. Just before you go, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. See you all next time with another exciting recipe. Do have a Merry Christmas celebration.